there are two newcomers, and we start with the veteran. Matthew Stafford, he's in his 13th year in the league. He's 33 years old. He's played nearly 200 games. One of the coolest things about SoFi Stadium is this massive scoreboard behind me. It's 360 feet long, 360 degrees around. It has LED displays on the inside and the outside. It weighs 1,000 tons. It's the largest scoreboard in the entire world. This end zone was a familiar place for the Cardinals today as Louisville dominated Syracuse 41-3. The 38-point margin to defeat was the worst Syracuse suffered since way back in 2019. SoFi Stadium has a normal capacity of 70,000, but for Super Bowl 56, they're adding some seats. Up there, about another 30,000, expanding this capacity to 100K. Plus, you could sit in the farthest seat up there and still be closer to the action down on the field than the old LA Coliseum. Welcome to the Super Bowl experience. This is where fans get to take part of the festivities. There's interactive activities, there's exhibits, there's the NFL shop, and there's so much more. Take a trip down the red carpet. He had 3 or 4 just hammer dunks posters that if I was a young Indiana fan, I would print it out, I would slap it on my wall because those were some ridiculous dunks. It's not the fastest 2 minutes on television without the fastest players on campus. Yeah, that's right. It's time to head to the track. That's a shining moment for the freshmen, and look at that reaction. That's the same thing I had, but I was just like sitting on my couch, and I was like, oh my God. The experience name that you probably should know is Buddy. Buddy Buckets, Buddy Boeheim, Buddy Bullseye, whatever you really want to call him. Mental health is not an easy thing to talk about, especially for athletes who train every day to be tough. However, talking about it is the only way to get through the dark and difficult times. I myself have dealt with mental health issues. I felt defeated, unwanted, alone. But I got through it because I sought out help. I opened up and accepted that I wasn't okay. But then Syracuse starts to pour it on, and they go to the hot hand of Joe Girard. Watch this. Ooh, crossover. Another one. Step back, Hezzy. Bang. In your face. 8 first-half points for JG3 in the Mecca, and Syracuse would take a 3-point lead into the halftime break. Who's going to play the hero? It's Megan Tyrell. Stop, roll dodge, Syracuse 17, Notre Dame 16, the Orange still undefeated. And I'll give you a little hint, the Pac-12 isn't the only tournament the Wildcats will be winning in March. Eyeball emoji. Some individuals shined, however, like JP Trojan taking 4th and Amanda Vestry living like Ricky Bobby and finishing 1st. Now that is how you run the 2-minute drill. Catch your breath. Whew. Let's toss it over to Brad, who is a very special guest. Set number 2, look to Thor's hammer. Markova, Shimanova, 19 and 15 kills respectively. Both of them help out Syracuse as the Orange grab set number 2. Noah, now it's time to get festive. It's the holiday season, so let's toss on our Santa hats and give out some presents. We got them right here. Beautifully wrapped. Did you do this? Syracuse, are they about to lose in the semis? How about no? Abby Malotny again, her 2nd goal of the game. Lytle, a grad transfer, spent 3 seasons at Liberty, scored over 1,000 points, and is in the Liberty record book 4 times in 4 different categories. Christiana Carr, also a transfer, pretty much this entire Syracuse team. Tisha Hyman is not. She has the ball on the right wing. Shot clock down to 5. Dances with it, pulls up. She's got it. Nothing but nets from Tisha Hyman. That's smooth.
When things are going good for Tisha Hyman, that's the kind of player she is. I hope that gives her a boost of confidence going forward. Maybe seeing one going through the rim will let her get a little bit more confidence with the basketball, but she never has a lack of confidence shooting the rock.
Hyman coming off a double-double against Florida State on Tuesday. That's just her second double-double this year, but she's definitely flirted with them throughout the season. Strong take to the bucket for Emily Lytle. Threw Najee Murray right off of her. That was an elbow right to the gut for Murray. That probably wasn't too comfortable.
Well, that's the second time a Syracuse player has hit the deck, and the referees haven't called it charged on VT.
Carr off the mark. Lytle brings it up. Syracuse still in its man-to-man. Not in its pattern 2-3 zone, just because this Virginia Tech team is so good from beyond the arc. Foul called against Crystalline Carr.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, right? You don't want to play 2-3 zone against a Virginia Tech team that has a skilled big who can beat you inside and shooters who can beat you outside. But all year you practice playing the 2-3 zone. You don't practice as much man-to-man. So Syracuse coming in now has to figure out a way to play a prolific man-to-man against a really good scoring offense.
First up in the game for Syracuse, Elena Rice comes in as Christiana Carr heads to the bench, and another shot, another make from Asia Shepard.
And when her threes go, they don't touch any rim. You can tell it's one of her threes because it's just net coming down.
That's not what my threes sound like. It's usually a clank and then just hitting the hardwood. Shepard, step back, why not? Yes! My goodness! Asia Shepard, unconscious right now.
Maybe that one got a little bit of rim, but not a lot, as she continues just to let it fly from deep. She's unstoppable. Syracuse really needs to do something defensively to try to slow her down.
Crystalline Carr answers back, but Shepard has 15 points. The entire Syracuse team, 20. Why not feed the hot hands? Trying to get her open, they do. Now inside for Kitley. Second in the ACC in points per game. She gets the basket off the mark. Rebound right into the hands of Virginia Tech. Back up and in. That's Kayla King, Greensboro, North Carolina native. Hyman, step back three. She's got it. That's not her strength, but Tisha Hyman extends her range. Knocks it down. She's continuing to grow her confidence, too, which is a really good sign for a Syracuse offense that is going to need, well, offense tonight against the way Virginia Tech is shooting it. Hyman has 10 of Syracuse's 23. Kick out, Shepard. Don't leave her alone. She's off the mark, though. Another place, though, where she was wide open to get one off. Playing with fire, that Syracuse defense is. Shepard already with 15 points. She needs 26 to become the all-time Virginia Tech leading scorer. We thought that was going to be tough, but the way she's been playing in this first half, very reasonable number. Shepard knocks it down. King now knocking it down. How about that? Virginia Tech now 9 for 13 from deep as they have a 20-point lead. All right, I'm here with Meg Carney of Syracuse women's lacrosse star attacker. Meg, thanks for taking the time. We're going to play pass and get to know Megan, but I do need to admit I'm a beginner, so you're going to have to take it easy.
Sounds good.
All right, if I mess up, it's not on me, it's on the pro.
I'll take that.
Here. All right, let's start off with some quick hitters. Now, one of the most difficult parts of mental health is that you can't see it. Physical injuries, you break your leg, you can see that. You hurt your shoulder, you can see that. Mental health, you cannot. So why do you think people, and specifically athletes and just people that follow sports, care more about physical injuries than mental injuries? Best move or favorite move that you break out in a game?
I'd say my go-to that I would trust the most is just a split dodge down the alley, left-hand shot.
Yeah, I can do that one too. We're going to keep it off camera, but I can definitely do that one. First game with your brother and your dad on the court, how cool is that?
It's crazy, yeah.
I've seen on social media that you're kind of a sneakerhead, and then you have some sneakers. Favorite shoe that you own?
I actually just got one the other day.
I have one more for you, and I know that you said that you didn't want to get involved with NIL, but if you had to pick one company to reach out to, who would you want to pair with?
Lululemon.
Well, if you could hear that over the boos of the Virginia Tech fans, that is the complete opposite of what I saw, Ben. They ruled it a fumble, but Syracuse recovered it. So Syracuse still remains with possession, actually get a couple extra yards because the ball flung forward. The Orange offense still out on the field.
That's exactly how they drew it up. I mean, when Dino and them were repping it out midweek, fumble at the 40 now. That's crazy. They're a lot closer than we are. I don't think either of us saw that, but they have replays and good vantage points.
It's 2nd down and 4 from the 43-yard line with 6:50 to go in the first quarter. 2 split out on each side. Tucker in the backfield with Schrader. It's the snap back. Handoff. Tucker off the left side. Finds a hole past the 40. Just has one man to beat, but he's brought down. Into Hokies territory, a big pickup for the second-year freshman. All the way down to the 37. If he could break that last one, he would have been gone.
And that's how you suck the life out of Lane Stadium with a run like that. After the review, people are riled up. Tucker nearly goes house. And Syracuse now in Virginia Tech territory for the first time. Not too far from the red zone.
Jamari Connor in on the touchdown-saving tackle. There's a pickup of 20 for Tucker, and the Orange into Hokies territory, working from left to right. 1 split out on each side. Snap back, handoff Tucker. He tries to fight his way through the middle, but he stood up immediately. Dax Hollifield flies in there. The junior linebacker, 3rd on the team in tackles, picks up another one.
So all but one play has gone to Sean Tucker so far. Syracuse is either going to have to give Schrader a run or put the ball in the air.
Well, Tucker now splits out as a wide receiver. Chris Elmore, the running back in the backfield. It's a quick screen pass out to the left side. Courtney Jackson hauls it in and gets up to about the 29-yard line before he's ushered out of bounds.
I love that play design from Sterling Gilbert. He ran Tucker out of the backfield to the near sideline. While the defense was scrambling to bring a safety over there, Syracuse snaps and throws to the far sideline, and Jackson has room.
Well, they set up in the same formation. 2 split out on each side. Tucker, one of the wide receivers. Schrader in the backfield with Chris Elmore. Snap back, direct run right up the gut for Schrader, and he's close to the sticks. It might be 3rd down in inches. It depends on the spot yet again.
It's another play where 1 tackle was the difference between 3rd down potentially and 6. Schrader had the hole.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4th down and 1. The Syracuse offense stays out there. It gets loud here at Lane Stadium. Tucker in the backfield. Elmore on his right side. Now he motions left. Schrader with the snap. Handoff Tucker. He has an opening. There's no one there. It's a house call for Sean Tucker. Everyone went in. Tucker went out, and he found pay dirt. Syracuse on the board. 7-6 Hokies. The Orange, pending an extra point, can tie this game up with 4:28 to go in the first.
That's Sean Tucker for you. I mean, he capitalized on one tiny mistake. Nasir Peoples, the safety, off tackle on the left side of the line, slips for one moment, and Tucker races right around him and into the end zone. You have to be perfect if you're going to tackle.
9 plays, 75 yards for Syracuse. Andre Schmidt out for the extra points. Through the uprights, and we have a tie ball game, folks. 7-7, 4:28 to go in the first. Syracuse goes for it on 4th down. They get the first down and even more on the wonderful feat of Sean Tucker. That was Boeheim after the Duke game. The question was brought up after coach announced that Buddy, Jimmy, and Colt Swider do not plan on returning next season. Lucky for the Orange, they have a top 20 recruiting class coming in. But before we get ahead of ourselves, Syracuse has a date with North Carolina tonight. Game time is set for 7, but tune in at 6:30 for countdown to tip-off. The bracket is set for the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament. Syracuse slots in at the 12 seed, its lowest ranking since joining the conference back in 2013. SU will match up with 13th seeded Clemson on Wednesday. To the turf now, Syracuse men's lacrosse fell to Virginia 20-11 on Saturday. Senior Griffin Cook registered his first hat trick since sophomore year. The Orange are back in action this Wednesday at 4:30. Our pregame coverage begins at 4. Finally, the Nets host the Raptors at 7:30 tonight. Jaron May, WAER Sports.